Let's talk about Freejack.
Okay, let's do it.
Science fiction has always held up a mirror to society, reflecting our fears, ambitions, and moral dilemmas. But few tropes are as unsettling or as thought provoking as the normalization of unaliving yourself in dystopian futures. And no film explores this more curiously than Freejack. This movie holds just space in my mind rent free. It was released in 1992. Freejack offers a world where human bodies are mere commodities, ripe for exploitation. And in this bleak vision of 2009, unaliving yourself isn't just accepted, it's promoted. A chilling solution to a problem we didn't know you had. Death as a transaction in Freejack. In Freejack, Alex Furlong, a race car driver snatched from the past, isn't just running from death. He's running from being sold. His body is a vessel for the rich, who seek to transfer their consciousness into his body, younger, healthier flesh. In this world, life is negotiable, and death is just a corporate asset. The implication is clear. When the powerful control life itself, death becomes a marketable commodity. And when your only escape is voluntary death, it raises a profound question. What happens when even the choice to live is stripped away? In sci-fi, Freejack versus the classics. Freejack is far from alone in exploring this theme. Let's take a closer look at how it compares to other films that have dared to ask similar questions. In Soylent Green from 1973, euthanasia is offered as a peaceful escape from a dystopia defined by overpopulation and environmental collapse. But beneath the serene facade, it's revealed that the dead are recycled into food, a stark critique of how industrialized societies commodify even the most sacred aspects of human life. Similarly, in Logan's Run from 1976, this film glorifies ritualistic death at the age of 30 under the guise of renewal. It's a spectacle, a theatrical lie that maintains order in a world where longevity is forbidden and the old simply don't exist. Also, the community depicted in Midsummer from 2019 practices ritualistic unaliving for the elderly, presenting it as an honorable communal act. Those who resist this tradition are ostracized or forced to comply. In both films, death is rebranded as a public good, but where Logan's Run dazzles with ritual, Freejack is blunt. You are only as valuable as what someone richer is willing to pay for you. The ethics of choice, or is it the illusion of it? What's perhaps most disturbing about these films is how they explore the illusion of choice. In Gattaca from 1997, individuals who don't meet genetic standards often resign themselves to a kind of existential unaliving, internalizing society's judgment of their inferiority. In The Matrix, Cypher's betrayal is driven by his desire to return to an illusion, even if it costs him everything. He just wants the illusion of his stake. What all these films share, including Freejack, is the haunting idea that when society strips away hope, offing yourself becomes not only an option, but a logical conclusion, not chosen freely, but imposed subtly and systematically. In Freejack, this commodification of life and death isn't just dystopian window dressing, it's the central critique. What happens when our bodies are no longer our own? When the wealthy can buy immortality at the expense of others, and the rest are persuaded that their only value lies in how they can serve the powerful. This isn't far removed from the real world. Consider the parallels: economic systems that reduce people to their productivity, healthcare systems that commodify survival, or labor systems that exploit until there's nothing left to give. Freejack might be a campy action film on the surface, but it taps into these deeper anxieties. Why we're drawn to these stories. So, why do we keep returning to these stories of dystopian death cults and commodified bodies? Maybe it's because they remind us, sometimes too clearly, of the world we live in. Or maybe it's because they offer us a chance to rebel, if only vicariously. After all, who doesn't want to watch Emilio Estevez outrun death and Mick Jagger? Rebellion against commodification. At its core, Freejack is about more than just body snatching and billionaires and time travel. It's about reclaiming agency in a world that seeks to strip it away. It's a reminder that life is more than a commodity, and death shouldn't be a transaction. So the next time you watch a dystopian film, ask yourself, what are they really saying about life, death, and the systems we live under? And more importantly, what are we willing to fight for? Thanks for watching. Stay curious, stay human, and remember, your life is worth more than any system can measure. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and think critically. Stay curious and stay rebellious.